Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. We are from Group YAPPER. So we will be presenting about our own NCII, which is the transportation, and we'll choose company RapidKL for our presentation. So this is our team. The first is the Afif Firdaus, Adam Osman, me myself, Ahmad Izzuddin, Muhammad Iz'aan, and also Muhammad Afzal. So without further ado, we move on to the introduction. For the business overview, RapidKL provide buses, LRT, MRT, and also monorail services for the people. It helps people to travel to work, school, and also other places. And it also reduces the traffic and help protect the environment. For the mission, they want to deliver safe, reliable, efficient, and sustainable public transport services that improve the quality of life and support national development. For the vision, they want to be the preferred public transport operator in the region. So that's all from me. I will be passed on to the next person. Thank you very much.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Noor, metric ID 2123023, and I'll be presenting about the risk identification. So for the risk identification, we try to identify the asset, the threats, and the vulnerabilities. So risk identification help us proactively to recognize the risks across all the organization, and we categorize the risk in five category, which is data or information, hardware, software, people, and process or procedure. So for example, data information, we recognize the asset as the two asset: passenger ticketing data, train schedule, and operation records. For hardware, ticketing machine, Wi-Fi router. And then for the right side, this is the list of the asset value. But this is the example for the data information and also the hardware only. So we also list, as I said before, we also have to identify the threats and vulnerabilities. So we list it here. So for example, for data information, we have the threat of data breach, and accidental data deletion, and the vulnerability is poor access control and no backup policy. So in summary, identifying these risks allows us to assign responsibility, implement target controls, and improve safety, security, and service delivery. That's all. Thank you.
Now we're moving to the risk analysis. How do we calculate risk analysis? Each each asset have a protection witness value. For example, here we have automated fare collection system 0.6, and then train control management system 0.5. Here we have an example table for assets, and then we have threat. Asset we have the confidentiality, integrity, and availability, each of them, and then the threat value of each threat. So how we gonna calculate the risk? Here we have the risk analysis formula. We have risk equal to V times T times 1 minus PW, which is protection witness. And then V, we have the asset value recording according to CIA, and then T, frequency of threat to happen. Okay, now, so here the example calculation, the simple example calculation, we take the asset value for confidentiality. We have V for 9, and then the threat of malware attack threat value, which is 7, and then the protection witness, we 1 minus 0.6 AFC, and then we got the 0.4. So risk equal to 9 times 8 times 0.4, and then we will get risk equal to 25.2. So just do another calculation for integrity and availability too, and then after got all the value, we plus confidentiality, integrity, and availability, and then we will get the risk total for each risk of asset value and threat. So that's how we calculate the risk analysis. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Muhammad Iz'aan bin Suhaimi. I will present risk treatment strategy for our group project on RapidKL's NCII system. So in this section, we focus on treating risk that were identified during the earlier analysis. We match each threat with an appropriate treatment option, assign a responsive person, and set a due date for implementation. So, for example, we classified passenger ticketing data and TCMS as high-risk sets. Threats like data breaches and cyber intrusions require immediate action. So, meanwhile, medium-risk items like fatigue among train operators and staff negligence is in dispatch SOPs also receive targeted controls. So, we put the responsible person and the due date here. So next, we move to few key examples. So for passenger ticketing data, the threat was a data breach. We proposed using role-based access control and enforcing strong password policies. This help limit data access only to authorized personnel. For TSMS, which is the brain of the train, we address cyber intrusion by recommending an intrusion detection system, IDS, and log monitoring. This will improve visibility and early threat detection. So for the train operator, we suggested shift scheduling and SOP training to reduce fatigue, which is a safety concern. And for SOP dispatching, we proposed refresher training and annual competency tests to ensure staff are properly following procedures. So in short, our strategy ensures that all high and medium risks are reduced using practical and accountable controls. So that's all from me. Thank you.
To conclude, our project focus on identifying and managing risk in RapidKL transportation system. We analyze key assets ranging from data and software to people and procedures. We're using the serum hybrid model to calculate risk values and determine appropriate treatments. One major takeaway is that risk is not limited to technology. Human factors like fatigue and communication gap also play a big role. Through this project, we learn how important it is to assess risk holistically, prioritize based on impact, and apply realistic, cost-effective control like RBSE, SOP training, and endpoint protection. Overall, the risk management process gives us a structured way to think critically, make informed decisions, and improve operational safety. This experience has been both practical and eye-opening. Thank you. So that's all from us.